7 ways a woman who can't stop complaining destroys peace in the home and slowly breaks her marriage. Many men don't crumble from external battles. They crumble from internal ones, especially when the source of that stress comes from the woman they love, the woman they chose, and the woman they are trying to build a life with. A woman who constantly complains may think she's expressing her feelings. What she doesn't understand is that her behavior slowly takes away his peace, weakens his confidence, and turns his home, his one true safe place, into somewhere he wants to avoid. And when a man's peace is destroyed, everything else begins to fade with it. His affection, his patience, his willingness, his presence, and eventually, his love. Let's break this down with both honesty and compassion. Number 1. She sees complaining as expressing herself, but it actually creates emotional pressure. To her, she is simply expressing her feelings. She believes she's just talking, just saying what's on her mind, and just sharing what is bothering her. But to him, every complaint feels like another weight placed on his shoulders. He doesn't just hear words. He feels the heaviness behind them. He hears stress, blame, and pressure, the kind that drains him emotionally and exhausts him mentally. What she calls expression, he feels as criticism and blame. Because men hear things differently than women do. They don't process the message first. They process the weight behind the message. And when every talk feels like a problem he must fix, a mistake he must explain, and a failure he must defend, he doesn't just shut down. He shuts down because he is burdened. Complaining does not create connection. It creates distance. Number 2. Every complaint sends the message, you're not good enough. Most men lead with action. Most women complain from frustration. But when a woman's frustration becomes a daily soundtrack, a man hears more than just the words. Why didn't you do it this way? You're not paying attention. You never listen. You don't try. Or you're so irresponsible doesn't just criticize his actions. It slowly attacks who he is as a person. A man can carry responsibilities. He can handle pressure. He can fight through stress. But he cannot flourish where he constantly feels like he is failing, he is disappointing, and he is not enough. A man stays where he feels valued. He withdraws from where he feels inadequate. No man continues to give his best where he is made to feel like the worst. Number 3. Her complaints turn him from a loving partner into a silent shadow. Many women mistake silence for lack of love. But most men become silent when they are tired, not of the relationship, but of the constant battles within it. He's tired of defending himself, tired of feeling misunderstood, and tired of being treated like the enemy in his own home. And once complaining becomes a habit, he stops initiating conversations, he stops sharing his thoughts, he stops showing enthusiasm, and he stops making effort because everything he does seems wrong. She says he doesn't talk anymore, he doesn't open up, and he is emotionally distant. No, he is emotionally drained. A man cannot connect where he feels criticized. He cannot love freely where he feels judged. Complaining doesn't push him to do better. It pushes him to do less, until he eventually does nothing at all. Number 4. She mistakes emotional dumping for vulnerability. Many women call it communicating, but what she's really doing is unloading her emotions onto him. Every complaint carries an unspoken message. You are responsible for how I feel. Without even realizing it, she turns him into the caretaker of her moods, expecting him to know her needs and manage her feelings. She says things like, you should know what I want. You should have done better. You should understand me. You should act differently. What feels like expression to her becomes pressure to him, a constant demand he never signed up for. These shoulders become expectations he can never fully meet. The more she unloads, the heavier the burden grows, and he begins to feel unappreciated, unseen, misunderstood, and unworthy. A man does not feel masculine when he's constantly corrected. He does not feel respected when he's constantly criticized. He does not feel wanted when he's constantly blamed. Complaining is not communication. It is controlled through negativity. And nothing kills a man's desire faster than this relentless pressure. Number 5. Men don't fall out of love first. They fall out of peace first. Women express loudly. Men withdraw quietly. When a woman complains, he doesn't fight back. He retreats. He doesn't shout. He doesn't argue. And he doesn't match her intensity. He disconnects. A man checks out mentally and emotionally long before he walks away physically. But because his withdrawal is silent, She rarely notices the exact moment it happens. All she sees is that he talks less, becomes less affectionate, stops planning things, spends more time outside, prefers being away, and seems constantly tired. No, he is not tired. His peace is gone. And once a man's peace dies, his love follows slowly behind it. By the time she feels the distance, he has already left emotionally. Number 6. Complaining begins where appreciation ends. No man will flourish in an environment where appreciation has dried up. When a woman criticizes more than she appreciates, corrects more than she praises, and complains more than she encourages, the relationship stops feeling like love. It feels like a classroom or a workplace or a courtroom. A man is not a project to be fixed. He is not a task on her to-do list. He is not a problem to be managed. He is a human being who needs respect, honor, affirmation, and gratitude. When these die, the relationship suffocates. A woman who complains more than she appreciates will not only lose his attention, she will lose his heart. Number 7. His peace is the foundation. Destroy it, and everything else breaks. Men don't walk away from love. They walk away from chaos. A woman who complains constantly may believe she's working on the relationship, but what she's really doing is building a battlefield. And no man can rest in a battlefield. You cannot build intimacy in noise. You cannot build trust in criticism. You cannot build a loving future in emotional war. Once his peace is gone, his presence becomes optional. A man will still be in the house, but only in body, not in heart. Finally, the woman who can't stop complaining will eventually destroy her man's peace, not because she's heartless, but because she hasn't learned to express her needs without attacking his dignity. But complaining has consequences. It drains a man's emotional energy. It kills affection. It pushes him into silence. It makes home feel unsafe. It turns a loving man into a quiet stranger. A man will sacrifice for love. He will work hard for his woman. He will fight for his family. But one thing he cannot sacrifice forever is his peace. No man thrives where he is constantly criticized. No relationship survives where negativity becomes normal. No woman keeps a man she exhausts daily. If a woman wants to keep her man, she must appreciate more than she complains. She must build him up instead of breaking him down. She must speak peace, not pressure, and she must communicate needs, not criticism. Otherwise, she may win every argument and lose the man who wanted to love her for a lifetime. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on love, relationships, and marriage.